My beloved child, I welcome you into my everlasting embrace today, and I call you to listen closely to the whispers of my heart. I see your desires, your struggles, and your secret hopes, and I want you to understand that I am right here with you, always. No matter the silence you perceive around you, my voice is constantly speaking words of love and guidance into your spirit. Therefore, do not fear the darkness that sometimes creeps into your thoughts. My light is greater than any shadow that tries to cloak your path. I assure you, I know when your soul yearns for answers, and I am here to provide comfort beyond human understanding. I am the one who set the stars in the sky, the same one who bound every waters of the sea, and the same one who formed your inmost being in perfect detail. I care so tenderly about every part of you that even the unfolding events of your day-to-day life are precious in my sight. I invite you to trust me more, for my power is limitless, and my devotion to you is undying. Let your heart be still and sense my warmth filling every corner of your soul. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. I cherish the moments when you draw near in prayer, for in those quiet spaces, I reveal my heart to you. You may think your words are simple or stumbling, but I count each syllable as a treasure. I am the author of your life, and I delight in the honesty of your supplication. In Psalm 34:17, it is written that I hear the cry of the righteous and deliver them from all their troubles. Take this as your promise and hold it close whenever waves of uncertainty threaten to shake you. I also take pleasure in your moments of joy, every smile, every laugh, every instance when you remember my goodness and cling to my hope. I am not distant or uninterested. I am the God who comforts, the God who relieves your burdens, and the God who draws you out of the pit when you feel you are sinking. Even if you have felt alone or ignored, remember that I watch your every step. I am present, making a path in the wilderness of your confusion and leading you towards still waters. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I know what it means for you to suffer in silence, to wonder if anyone truly sees the depth of your pain. I, the Creator who breathed life into you, am keenly aware of every tear that rolls down your cheek. In Exodus 3:7, it is revealed that I see the oppression of my people and I am moved to deliver them. Your sorrow is not hidden from me. Your joys, your fears, your sighing in the night, they are all an open book before me. I invite you to cast your burdens on my shoulders, for I am strong enough to carry them, and I do so willingly, with no hesitation or reservation. My love is not calculated, it overflows. Therefore, trust that I will ease your hurts and replace your restlessness with peace. At times, you may not see the full picture or comprehend the reasons behind your struggles, but I assure you, a divine plan is in motion. I am weaving a beautiful tapestry from the many threads of your life. Just keep holding on, for a bright new season is ahead. I bless you. Move forward in peace. I understand how the weight of loneliness can press hard against your spirit, making you feel as if the world is drifting farther away and you are left in the silence. Even though it seems quiet, I am right here, whispering tender words that your soul craves. When you read in John 14:18, you are reminded that I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. So let this truth penetrate your mind. My presence is the steadfast anchor you can rely on. You do not need to be perfect to approach me. You do not need to have all the answers or present your life as if it were neat and tidy. Come to me with every raw emotion, every question, and every laughable flaw. I embrace you fully, with no pretense and no condition except that you trust my heart. When storms rage and your faith seems small, remember that I am the one who calmed the seas and walks on water. With a single word, I can still the fiercest gale in your life. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. I want you to know the immense value you carry, for I formed you in my image, designing you with purpose and a future. In Genesis 1:27, it is recorded that I created humanity to reflect my nature. Thus, you are not a mere accident of existence. You are a masterpiece crafted with intentional care. Just like a jewel that shines when placed in the light, you shine with my glory wherever you go. The world around you might not always acknowledge this radiance, but I see it clearly. You have special gifts and uniqueness that are essential to my greater story. Yes, there are moments you might dismiss your abilities, but I exhort you. Do not underestimate what I have placed within you. I have set gifts in your heart that will bless the lives of many others. When doubt tries to steal your confidence, remember that I am the author of your destiny and the guardian of your future. Rise in boldness and know that your life is a precious chapter in my eternal plan. I watch over you in every breath. Paragraph 6. I am aware that you live in a world saturated with noise and distractions. Chaos sometimes seems to reign, and hope can appear like a distant dream. Let me remind you that I am the God of order, who brings beauty even out of the most confused circumstances. I parted the Red Sea, Exodus 14:21, so my people could cross on dry ground. I brought manna from heaven, Exodus 16:4, to feed them in the wilderness. I raised my son from the grave so that death itself would be defeated. Remember these acts of power whenever you are tempted to think your situation is beyond my help. I urge you to lift your eyes above the troubles and fix them on my constant goodness. The world may shift and sway, but I remain the same. My peace is available to you at all times, ready to steady your heart and calm your mind. Cling to me and hold fast to my promises, for they do not fail. Be of good courage. My promises will never fail. Paragraph 7. I celebrate every time you offer praise and thankfulness, even when your circumstances are not perfect. When your lips give thanks amid trials, the atmosphere around you begins to shift in a powerful way. Chains of discouragement break, replaced by a sense of victory that comes from my spirit. You are blessing my name, but you are also aligning your heart with my perspective. In Psalm 104, you learn to enter my gates with thanksgiving and my courts with praise. This is not just a nice suggestion, but a transformative invitation. Every word of praise you speak into your life opens your heart wider to my presence. Even a simple, "Thank you, Lord, for this day," can echo through the heavens. Remember, I dwell in the praises of my people, so your words have a divine impact that cannot be measured. Keep worship alive in your spirit, for it invites my miraculous power to manifest in your every step. Trust in my plan, and you will see wonders. Paragraph 8. I am the one who fashions a road in the desert and springs forth rivers in dry land. Isaiah 43:19. Therefore, never convince yourself that your current struggles or your scarcity of hope is final. I specialize in making the impossible a reality. In your day-to-day life, you might feel like opportunities have run dry or your efforts are futile. But behold, I am the God who breathes life into barren places. Trust me to open doors that no man can shut. Watch as I use even the obstacles to further your growth and reveal my glory. You do not stand alone. I am with you. Take courage and move forward. As you do, you will discover that each step, guided by my hand, leads to renewal and a fresh beginning. Draw from my infinite well of strength, because when you feel weary, my power is made perfect in your weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. Take heart, for I am your everlasting shield. Paragraph 9. I rejoice. When you share your heart openly with me, for prayer is not a ritual, but a living conversation. Tell me your worries, your joys, your plans, and your questions. I listen more intently than you can ever imagine. Even your silent hopes and the prayers you cannot articulate, I hear them as clearly as if they were shouted from the mountaintop. My spirit intercedes on your behalf with groanings too deep for words. Romans 8:26. Never understate the power of the requests you bring before me, for I delight in answering according to my wisdom and your ultimate good. There is nothing insignificant about your concerns when it comes to my involvement in your life. I eagerly wait for your voice each day, for I am not a God afar off, but the one who desires a close relationship with you. Keep walking forward. I renew your strength each day. Paragraph 10. I observe how your voice carries weight in this world, even when you think it is too small to make a difference. The tongue has the power of life and death. Proverbs 18:21. Therefore, let your words echo my truth rather than the lies of discouragement. Speak light into darkness. Pronounce hope where there is despair. Declare healing in places of brokenness. When you align your speech with my word, you partner with me in shaping the atmosphere around you. So do not shrink from your God-given authority. Let my spirit guide your tongue, turning negative confessions into victorious declarations. Watch as mountains move and chains break when faith-filled words are released in my name. Stand in the truth of my promises, and let your voice be a beacon of hope to those near you. I calm your storms and guide you always. Paragraph 11. I know there are days when your heart is heavy with regret or you feel ashamed of your shortcomings. During these moments, remember that I am the God of forgiveness and redemption. In Isaiah 1:18, I invite you, though your sins be like scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. I do not condemn you. I call you to be renewed and restored. Turn your heart toward me, confess any burdens you carry, and feel the weight lift as my forgiveness washes over you. Do not dwell on what is past. Instead, grasp my hand and walk with confidence into the future I have prepared for you. If you stumble, I am the rock that steadies you. If you fall, I am the outstretched hand that lifts you up. My mercies are new every morning. Lamentations 3:23. And I do not tire of extending my grace. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Paragraph 12. I hold you close in every chapter of your life, from the quiet beginnings to the challenging transitions. Whenever you feel that you have lost your way, reflect on how I led my people through the wilderness with a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. Exodus 13:21. That same guiding presence is your inheritance. I lead you with my spirit, stirring your heart and opening your eyes to paths of righteousness. My guidance is not too complex for you to understand. It simply requires a willingness to listen and obey. At times, I might redirect you from your original plans, but trust that my ways are higher. I promise that I have prosperity and not harm in mind for you. Jeremiah 29:11. Therefore, embrace my hand and let me take you to places you have yet to dream of. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Paragraph 13. I desire for you to cultivate a spirit of expectation, to await my miracles with confidence and joy. In John 11:40 I said, "Did I not tell you that if you believed you would see the glory of God?" I repeat that question to you now. Do you believe that I can turn your sorrow into laughter, your darkness into light, and your fear into faith? Allow your heart to stand on my word. Do not be swayed by circumstances that appear impossible. Remember how I fed the multitude with just 5 loaves and 2 fish, John 6:9-13. I can multiply even your smallest offerings of faith. When you look at your scarcity, I see abundance. When you see a barrier, I see a gateway for my glory. Therefore, raise your expectation of what I can do. I am eager to reveal my power for the sake of your joy and my name. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Paragraph 14. I know that sometimes you question your identity, wondering if you truly belong, if you are truly loved. and if you have a purpose in my kingdom. Let me remind you that you are my child, adopted through my Son, Ephesians 1:5, and your worth is defined by my sacrifice on the cross. You do not earn my love through your accomplishments. It is freely given. My grace is abundant, covering your past mistakes and your present failings. It is my pleasure to see you grow and flourish in the gifts I have bestowed upon you. Stop comparing yourself to others, for I have called you to run the race I have set before you, not theirs. My kingdom is enriched by your uniqueness. Stand tall in the authority I have given you as my beloved. Your life has purpose and your voice matters in the symphony of my work. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Paragraph 15. I observe how you carry certain dreams deep within you, dreams you rarely share for fear of rejection or disappointment. Let me tell you, I placed those dreams in your heart for a reason. They are seeds of purpose I am cultivating. Ask me for the wisdom to discern which dreams to nurture and which to release, for not all aspirations serve your ultimate good, but the ones that align with my heart will blossom in due season. Patience is key. Just as a farmer waits for the harvest, you too must wait with faith. During this wait, I am shaping your character, growing your resilience, and deepening your relationship with me. Do not despair if the fruit is not yet visible. Keep watering those seeds with prayer, obedience, and trust. In the right time, you will reap abundantly. I watch over you in every breath. Paragraph 16. I also understand how the enemy of your soul often attempts to sow lies, causing you to doubt my goodness or your own worth. Resist such deception by feeding on my word, which is living and active, Hebrews 4:12. My scriptures are your sword, your defense against the voices that undermine your confidence in me. For every lie the enemy utters, there is a word of truth I have spoken. When you hear you are forgotten, remember I have engraved you on the palms of my hands, Isaiah 49:16. When you hear you are hopeless, remember that I know the plans I have for you, plans of welfare and not evil, Jeremiah 29:11. When you hear you are alone, recall that I am always with you to the end of the age, Matthew 28:20. Cling to these truths tightly, for they are your compass in the midst of the storm. Be of good courage, my promises will never fail. Paragraph 17. I am gladdened when you choose to show kindness, mercy, and patience to those around you. In a world often filled with judgment, your acts of grace are powerful testimonies of my character. By letting my love flow through you, you participate in shifting the spiritual atmosphere. A gentle word, a genuine smile, a heartfelt prayer for someone in need. All these expressions of compassion release my presence into situations that seem hopeless. Remember that you do not act alone. My spirit strengthens you to love even those who are hard to love. You are my ambassador of goodness, called to be a light in the darkness. Matthew 5:14. Stand firm in your decision to extend kindness, for in due time you will reap if you faint not. Galatians 6:9. Trust in my plan and you will see wonders. Paragraph 18. I am also keenly aware of the struggles you face in your mind, anxieties, negative thoughts, or disappointments that build fortresses of doubt. In 2 Corinthians 10:5, I exhort you to take every thought captive to the obedience of Christ. Do not allow toxic ideas to shape your identity. Instead, let my word renew your mind. Romans 12:2. Declare truths about my love and your value whenever negativity tries to erupt. Surrender your worries to me, place them in my hands, and allow my peace, which surpasses all understanding, Philippians 4:7, to guard your heart and mind. If you ever reach a point where the burden is crushing, remember I am your refuge, your strong tower, Proverbs 18:10. Run to me and find your rest in my embrace. Take heart, for I am your everlasting shield. Paragraph 19. I desire that you recognize my fingerprints in the small blessings of every day. Perhaps you see a sunrise that paints the sky in majestic colors, or you hear the laughter of a friend. Each of these moments is a gift, a gentle reminder of my constant involvement in your life. Do not discount the little ways I reveal my heart to you, for these are the building blocks of a deeper faith. When you cultivate gratitude, you open your heart wider to receive more of my goodness. Gratitude also expands your vision, allowing you to witness how even the ordinary can become sacred. My presence dwells not only in grand miracles, but also in the everyday gestures of kindness, the beauty of nature, and the silent, constant beating of your heart. Rejoice in these signs, for they declare that I am near. Keep walking forward. I renew your strength each day. Paragraph 20. I want you to also learn the power of rest in me. You live in a society that often praises busyness and equates constant effort with worth. But remember, I myself rested on the seventh day after the work of creation, Genesis 2:2-3. I invite you to step away from the striving and enter my holy rest. This is not laziness, it is trust. When you pause your hustle, you acknowledge that your strength comes from me. You declare that I am your source, not your own efforts alone. Allow your mind, body, and spirit to be refreshed in my presence. Meditate on my word and let my voice be the guide to your next steps. You will find that in the stillness, I am more active on your behalf than you ever realized. Take time to be silent before me, and you will hear my whispers of wisdom and peace. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Paragraph 21. I grieve when I see the brokenness and division that plague humanity. I long for my children to live in unity and love, bearing with one another in patience. Ephesians 4:2-3. Even in your personal relationships, I encourage you to pursue peace and reconciliation. Forgive as you have been forgiven. Seek understanding rather than vindication. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Matthew 5:9. Do not lose heart when you see conflict or hatred. You can still be an agent of change by sowing kindness and mercy. The gentle actions you take in my name plant seeds that can grow into forests of healing. Even the smallest act of goodwill has a ripple effect when backed by my power. Therefore, go and love boldly. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Paragraph 22. I see your desire to make sense of trials that seem to have no explanation. There are times when the storms in your life may feel relentless, and you ask, "Why, Lord?" Know that my ways are beyond your full comprehension, but my heart is always for you. When Joseph was sold into slavery by his brothers, he could not understand why he suffered. Genesis 37. Yet, in the end, he realized I turned what was meant for evil into a vessel of good. Take that story as an assurance that I am working behind the scenes, even in moments of pain. Your difficulties are not an indication that I have forgotten you. Rather, they can become the soil in which unimaginable blessings take root. Place your confidence in my unfailing nature and wait with expectancy for my deliverance. I bless you. Move forward in peace. Paragraph 23. I also rejoice when you take steps of faith, even if they seem small. Faith is not about the magnitude of your action, but about the sincerity of your heart. Like the poor widow who offered 2 coins, Luke 21:1-4, your smallest gesture of trust, when given wholeheartedly, delights my spirit. Understand that I am well able to multiply the fruits of your obedience. When you sow in tears, you will reap in joy. Psalm 126:5. Even if you take just one tentative step towards reconciliation, towards serving others, or towards a dream I placed in your heart, I am eager to meet you on that path. I delight in your willingness to believe in my word. Remember, nothing you do for my kingdom is in vain, for I am the God who wastes nothing. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Paragraph 24. I breathe life into the dry bones of your aspirations, just as I did in the valley of dry bones in Ezekiel 37. Where you see no possibility, I see a field of potential waiting for my voice to awaken it. In the same way, even if your circumstances appear hopeless, do not quit speaking my words of life. Prophecy over your future that it shall flourish under my guidance. Do not let discouragement rob you of the right to trust in my abilities. The moment you release your faith-filled declarations, my spirit begins to stir in ways you cannot yet see. You may not realize it, but I am arranging divine appointments, aligning resources, and preparing people's hearts so that all things work together for your good. Romans 8:28. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Paragraph 25. I encourage you to embrace the grace I offer you and also to show grace to yourself. Some days you criticize your every mistake or you cling to the guilt of yesterday. Release these burdens into my capable hands. My grace is not only for the grand failures, but also for the subtle disappointments you hold inside. The essence of my message is that you are redeemed, loved, and constantly invited to begin again. Allow my word to be a lamp for your feet and a light for your path. Psalm 119:105. As you walk in the knowledge of my forgiveness, you will discover a new freedom to live, love, and serve without fear. Draw close to my heart and let my unconditional love nourish your soul. Today and every day, you can start anew, leaving your baggage at the foot of the cross. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Paragraph 26. I wish to remind you of the promise of eternal life, a reality that lies beyond your current experiences. In John 14:2, I said, "In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, would I have told you that I go to prepare a place for you?" Let your heart be encouraged that your existence is not limited to earthly struggles. Yes, my kingdom is both now and not yet. You taste my goodness here, but a fuller expression of my glory awaits. When the burdens of this world grow heavy, lift your eyes and remember the hope of eternity. This hope is like an anchor, firm and secure. Hebrews 6:19. Hold on to this assurance, for it fuels your courage to face each day with the confidence that the best is yet to come. I watch over you in every breath. Paragraph 27. I find joy when you share testimonies of my faithfulness, for your story has the power to ignite hope in others. Speak boldly of the times I healed your broken heart, provided in your season of lack, or comforted you in grief. When you bear witness to my goodness, you inspire others to believe as well. Your testimony is not just your own. It is a beacon that points to my sufficiency and my mercy. Do not keep these stories to yourself, for I have ordained them to build up the body of believers and to show the world that I am still at work. Like the disciples who proclaimed my works in the early church, you too can magnify my name by relaying the miracles that have marked your life. Every time you share, the atmosphere shifts and others are drawn to seek me. Keep walking forward. I renew your strength each day. Paragraph 28. I understand your frustration when answers to prayer do not arrive in the timing you desire. You ask, "Lord, have you forgotten?" My child, I assure you that I am timeless, and my timing is always perfect. Delays are not denials. They are often seasons of preparation. Sometimes I am refining your character, allowing your roots of faith to grow deeper. Other times, I am aligning external factors so that the answer will bless you in the best possible way. Continue to knock, continue to seek, and continue to trust. In Luke 18:1, I encourage you to always pray and not lose heart. Keep the flame of hope burning bright, for you shall reap in due season if you faint not. My silence is never indifference. It's a divine strategy to reveal my glory and strengthen your trust. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Paragraph 29. I savor the moment you decide to step out in trust, even in your uncertainty. Faith requires movement, for without action, it remains dormant. Like Peter who stepped out of the boat at my word, Matthew 14:29. You too can experience the miraculous when you fix your eyes on me instead of the winds. Don't be discouraged if you wobble or if the waves seem too tall. I am quick to reach out and steady you. Take that leap. Apply for the job you felt led to. Start the ministry I placed on your heart. Make the call to reconcile with that friend. What I look for is a willing heart, not a perfect execution. When you move in obedience, heaven's resources rush to your aid. Even the smallest step, when taken by faith, can be transformed into a mighty victory. Take heart, for I am your everlasting shield. Paragraph 30. I am the good shepherd who tends his flock with tenderness. John 10:14-15. My sheep hear my voice, and they follow me, for they know I lead them to green pastures and still waters. Psalm 23:2. Listen carefully, for I am speaking to your heart even now. The clutter of everyday life may try to drown out my gentle call, but if you quiet your soul, you will hear me. I am whispering assurance that you are loved, redeemed, and chosen. I am calling you to draw near, to lay your burdens at my feet, and to rest in my arms. If you follow my voice, you will find true satisfaction. You will discover that my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Matthew 11:30. Walk with me, and I will show you marvelous things you never imagined. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Paragraph 31. I wish to reaffirm my heart's longing for closeness with you. I do not sit on a high and distant throne, untouched by your struggles. Instead, I came in the flesh, dwelt among you, and bore the weight of human suffering so I could redeem you. John 1:14. I have felt your pain, your loneliness, and your temptations. Therefore, I am not just a God who commands, but a God who understands. Bring me your laughter and your tears. Share your triumphs and your failures. Nothing is too trivial or too messy. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hebrews 13:8. I rejoice with you in your joy and comfort you in your hurt. Remember, I laid down my life for you, so great is my love. Thus, cast your cares upon me, and you will find rest for your soul. I bless you. Move forward in peace. Paragraph 32. I long to see you embrace your royal identity as a child of the King. Sometimes you live below your potential, believing the lie that you are unimportant. Yet, 1 Peter 2:9 reminds you that you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, called to declare the praises of the one who called you out of darkness into marvelous light. Do not let your past mistakes or the negative words of others dim the crown I have placed on your head. Wear the crown of my approval, knowing you are redeemed, transformed, and empowered. When you bow before me in humility, you rise before the world in dignity. Carry yourself with the confidence that comes from knowing your true identity. And always remember, that identity is not earned by works, but secured by my sacrifice and your faith. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Paragraph 33. I also desire that you live in community with my other children. Isolation breeds discouragement, but fellowship strengthens and refreshes. When believers come together, my presence is in their midst. Matthew 18:20. Share your burdens with one another and celebrate each other's victories. The body of Christ is not merely an organization, it is a living, breathing family, each part essential to the whole. Invest in meaningful relationships, encourage one another, and build each other up. 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Through this unity, the world will know that you are my disciples by your love. John 13:35. Take the initiative to seek out those who are lonely, to pray with those who are weary, and to rejoice with those who are blessed. In this spirit of harmony, you reflect my heart to a hurting world. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Paragraph 34. I am creating a new thing in your life, even when you cannot perceive it. Just as I transformed water into wine at the wedding in Cana, John 2:1-11, I can transform your ordinary situations into extraordinary demonstrations of my power. Do not despise the day of small beginnings, Zechariah 4:10, for my glory often emerges from the places you least expect. Perhaps you are in a season of waiting, or you feel overlooked. Trust that I am working in the background, cultivating the seeds of opportunities. Keep faith alive by daily surrendering your plans to me, and I will guide your path. When the time is right, the fruit will appear, and you will stand amazed at how I orchestrated every detail. Nurture this hope, for hope is the anchor that steadies you in times of uncertainty. Keep walking forward. I renew your strength each day. Paragraph 35. I see your hunger for a deeper revelation of my character, your thirst to encounter my glory. Know that I am more than willing to show you the riches of my presence. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. Matthew 5:6. Spend time in my word and in prayer, not as a task, but as a sacred journey of discovery. Come with expectation, and I will reveal mysteries that transform your heart. Ask the Holy Spirit to illuminate the Scriptures, and you will see hidden treasures that breathe life into your soul. The more you seek, the more you will find, for I reveal myself to those who diligently search for me. Do not rush these holy moments. Linger in my presence, and let my love wash over every insecurity, every wound, every unanswered question. I calm your storms and guide you always. Paragraph 36. I remind you that your words not only impact the atmosphere around you, but they also shape the attitude of your own heart. When you speak life, you increase your own faith. When you curse or complain, you drain your energy and cloud your perspective. Choose wisely how you use your tongue, for out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Matthew 12:34. Fill your heart with my promises, and your lips will overflow with hope. Allow your words to build up, encourage, and bless. Even in the privacy of your thoughts, guard the language you use, for your inner self also hears those messages. Let your communication reflect my grace. In doing so, you experience a spiritual alignment that invites miracles into your life and the lives of others. Trust in my plan, and you will see wonders. Paragraph 37. I am always for you, never against you. Romans 8:31. This is a truth worth repeating. You may face hardships, but they do not signify my displeasure. Look to the cross, the ultimate expression of my devotion, and remember that I have already demonstrated my immense love. When you are caught in the midst of trials, refocus on my heart. I am the God who parted the sea, who fed the hungry, who healed the sick, and who rose from the dead. Nothing is beyond my capability. Lean on me. Allow your faith to rise above your circumstances, for the same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead dwells in you. Romans 8:11. Be still and know that I am the Lord, able to deliver you from every snare. I watch over you in every breath. Paragraph 38. I embrace you in your weakest moments, when you feel overwhelmed and uncertain if you can continue. My strength is made perfect in weakness, 2 Corinthians 12:9. Do not condemn yourself for feeling frail. It is in your humanity that my power shines the brightest. Surrender your weariness to me. When you do, You make room for my supernatural grace to take over. Lay aside the expectation that you must always have it together. Come to me with your tears, your confusion, your frailty, and I will trade your burden for my rest. I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your soul. Matthew 11:29. This transaction of your weakness for my strength is ongoing, so make it a daily practice. I bless you. Move forward in peace. Paragraph 39. I call you to radiate my joy, which transcends temporary happiness. My joy is your strength. Nehemiah 8:10. Do not wait for your circumstances to change to experience it. Invite my joy into your heart now by remembering my faithfulness and choosing gratitude. Joy in the midst of trials is a witness to the world that your foundation is not of earthly origin. Even if tears stream down your face from time to time, my joy can still abide in your spirit like an unquenchable light. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice. Philippians 4:4. This exhortation is not an impossible command. It is an invitation into supernatural living. Step forth in joy, for joy opens your eyes to my possibilities and invites my power to flow through you. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Paragraph 40, conclusion. I am the one who never fails, the one who will be with you until the very end, and the one whose goodness and grace know no bounds. My love for you is eternal, unwavering in the face of your doubts and mistakes. Your words carry weight, and as you speak blessings and hope, you will witness a shift in the atmosphere around you. The depth of my mercy is anchored in the sacrifice of my Son, and the sweetness of my grace is poured out without limit. No matter where you are or how far you drift, I am committed to finding you, lifting you, and holding your hand. I promise you that the best is yet to come, for I have prepared a path of abundant life and everlasting hope. I bless you and your household. Take courage as you move ahead,